Today I'm going to be talking about and breaking down 8 of some of the newest viral products that have launched at Sephora. We have 6 makeup products and then 2 in the fragrance and body category. Not diving into those too deeply, but I wanted to mention them for certain reasons that you'll find out in the end. But we'll start off with the noteworthy makeup products. I've already prepped my base. I was trying a couple new products off camera unrelated to today's video. And I thought my skin was like so dry and I was getting worried, like, why is my skin so dry? And I was blaming my skin and not the products. And then I went to my old tried and true and I realized, no, the product I was using was sucking the life out of me. It's not me, it's the product. And Natasha came and saved the day. Anyways, I was having a crisis there for a second. But I guess speaking of Natasha Denona, that's perfect to start us off with our first product that I've gotten asked about. Natasha Denona, slowly but surely, is making her line go beyond eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like she's been launching a lot of complexion products, just things to complete her line. So we have the new Hy-Sculpt liquid bronzer. This is $36. There are 6 different shades. I'm a little unsure of how good the shade range is here, but this is like a serum-y style liquid bronzer that's supposed to be really blurred, natural matte finish, and then dry down and be water resistant and all day wear. Now, why you would want a liquid bronzer to be water resistant is because the place that you mainly apply bronzer is on the outskirts of the face, and I can speak for myself here, particularly in this area. I am a sweaty Betty. This is where most of my sweat begins, so it's great to have a waterproof bronzer so that it doesn't get runny or messed up. And so kind. I so kindly received actually the whole line. Of course, I'm going to give most of these away, but I wanted you guys to take a look at the shade range. I just feel like there's a lot of options on the lighter end and not a lot on the deeper end. So, I don't know. They also sent along the Hygiene Bronze, which I love the lighter Hygiene Primer. I just didn't purchase this myself because I don't like bronzing drop style products, but I'll use the brush that came with it, and I'm thinking Foxy is my shade. By the way, guys, these are all first impressions. If you're new to my channel, don't worry, I don't only just do first impressions on my channel. I have a series called Speed Reviews where I'll give you my final updates on these, and I'm constantly talking about the products that I'm using, so you'll hear back. But this is a first impressions for some of these, and not first impressions for others. So I'll let you know which is which, but these, first impressions. I will say, first thing I'm noticing, really lovely, luxurious packaging. It's simple like the Natasha Denona line packaging is, but it's very weighty. Where's this made in? Guess I don't know, I don't see it on here. So I picked Bamboo. This might be too light. I think Foxy is gonna be our best bet. So it's a pump. Yeah. So here's what the texture looks like. It feels, it's thicker than I thought. I thought it would feel a little bit more watery, but it's not at all. Okay, let's apply this. So I feel like it's a little like yellow. Okay, let's blend this in. And Natasha says that you can apply this underneath makeup. You can apply this over top of makeup. Even powder. She says it won't disrupt powder. I don't have any powder on my face. I just wanted to give the product a fair chance and apply it as I normally would. I feel like this dried down pretty quickly on the hand, so my recommendation is to work in sections on the face because it does seem to be drying down pretty quickly, which could be a good or bad thing if it truly is waterproof. I mean, those are just one of the things you're going to have to adjust for application to get a true good waterproof application. But definitely go in knowing, work in sections, because as it's sitting on the back of my hand, it is getting a little stickier by the second. I'm not obsessed with this application. I'm not upset with this application, but it's not applying like butter with ease like some liquid bronzers out there. But that's me being very, very picky. I am a makeup reviewer by trade. It is my job to be picky. It's not difficult by any means, but it's not a walk in the park. It's not blending itself out. and I am being a little bit patient here. Now, one of its claims was that it has a natural matte finish. I do agree, it's pretty darn matte. And blurred, sure, I do feel like it moved my foundation around a little bit underneath, which is not a great sign. I was using this new CoverGirl blurring skin tint, which was not doing my skin any favors. I'm not obsessed with it at the moment, so I want to put a little bit of blame down on that. It was a lighter coverage on the skin, but I do feel like it definitely moved some of the product around. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. This is good for nose contour if you can get a good shade so that it lasts as well. Like, this isn't the perfect undertone for a nose contour, but in a pinch, it'll get the job done. I wouldn't like wear this on my wedding day or anything, but for the daily, this might be good for a nose contour with its setting nature. Put a little bit under here. And this does like set down on the hand a little bit, and it kind of blends in and dries when thinned out. Okay, I'm not obsessed with this if I'm being honest on first impressions, but it is just that. I want to actually go ahead and try it next with brushes that I'm more familiar with, because I feel like this was a little bit dense. Got the job done. Not loving how it reacted with that CoverGirl tint. So jury's still out on that. Okay, so I have a little sneak peek here for you. I just looked online. I just received the new Kosas mascara, and it's not available until July 30th. I didn't realize I had that this early, but I'm excited to talk about it because it has some really cool claims. So this is the new Kosas Soul Gazer Lengthening Mascara, and what's interesting about this is that it has lash serum in it for sensitive eyes. So it says fuller lashes in 6 to 8 weeks from using this. So that's really cool. And lash serums really do work when it comes to growing the eyelashes. So it's supposed to give length. It doesn't say anything about volume here. But with the lash serum, it's supposed to make the lashes fuller. And so this is what the spoolie is looking like here. Interesting shape. Did I tell you how much it was? $28. Okay, let's see. Now, it is my first time using this. This is a true first impressions, and you cannot trust first impressions for mascaras. Not even mine. They're very unpredictable, especially when it comes to if they're gonna flake, if the bottle dries out fast, because when it dries out, that completely changes the formula. But honestly, I'm liking that it doesn't feel too wet. As somebody with very short, sparse, thin lashes, I did curl my lashes prior, but it's inevitable with any mascara, even my favorites. They're going to droop until I give it that final curl, but I feel like my lashes still have a nice lift with this, so it feels nice and lightweight on the lashes. And it's separating them pretty nicely. I don't think it's doing anything crazy with length, but it's adding a nice little layer there. Silently putting on my lower lashes. Okay, so this is how it looks. I'm going to give my lashes some time to dry, see if it dries before I curl it. And luckily, since it doesn't launch until the end of the month, I have a lot of time to update you on this and really see how this wears, how the bottle does over time. But I'm going to let this dry. We're not done with this yet, so you can see the curl. But let's work on the lips because we have quite a few lip products. I just want to make a call out quickly for Fenty Beauty because they have added 5 new shades to their traced out pencil lip liner range, which I thought was a very good color range to begin with. These are $20 each. Now, little re-review for you guys because I am very familiar with this formula. Great lasting power. However, this is a really slippery formula. I don't feel like I have a lot of control when I use this. So for that reason, it is not one of my favorite lip liner formulas. But I do find, despite that, I end up reaching for them a lot because, of course, Rihanna always uses her own products. And so whenever I recreate her lip looks, I'm reaching for them anyway. So they have a great color range, great longevity, but I just don't love the application on these. So let me show you quickly the new colors. We have Apricot, which I really like this shade. This looks like it's going to be interesting. Bubble Teeny, look at that. That's also just like the perfect mid-tone pink. And then these next three, they've added plum to the range, which it was weakened before. So if you love a good plum, we have They So Vine, which I think is quite vibrant. Bored Hoe, deeper. And Whiskey, which is like a deep plum. Super duper deep. Now for myself with a light skin tone, I'm definitely excited about Apricot and Bubble Teeny, so I'm gonna try both of them on. The plum shades, I'm not as into a plum. If it was 2018, baby, I rocked plum lips all the time in the winter, but I'm more of a nude girl now. So let me show you Apricot first. We'll do that on the top lip. See, it's just a little too creamy and slippery, but great pigment for how light it is. But it is a true peachy shade. And then we have Bubble Teeny. Very, very close to my natural lip color. So I do prefer if it's going to be close to my natural lip color for it to have just a little bit more depth. So for my preferences with how I wear a shade to this, I would like it just a teeny weeny bit darker, but I do want to try Bubble Teeny on its own on my lips. We got some lip stuff to try on, you guys. This is just the beginning. No, I mean, actually, I really like this shade. This is very, very pretty if you are a skin tone twin with me. I love this shade. It's like the perfect everyday pink. Love that. Cool. Very, very neat. Okay, just wanted to give that call out about the shade Extension that just came to Sephora. Let's move on to the most viral, most popular drop at Sephora right now. Taking a motion back here to the mascara. It has dried down pretty nicely. It's not like hard or crunchy. It's a little flexible, so I don't know that it's gonna curl great. Still a little sticky. I do like it when it gets like a little bit hard. I think it needs a little bit more time. Okay, taking a step back, never mind. Let's move on to the next product. Now, by far the most popular here, I have the new Huda Beauty lip launch. You've probably seen this launch everywhere, particularly these bad boys, the Lip Contour Lip Stains. These are not a first impression. I've done full day wear tests on this. I haven't recorded it or anything, but I've done a full day wear test on this. They last really, really long, and I love the color range here. I have never really loved the color ranges for these lip stain products. That, to me, is what stands out about this. So a lot of these shades seem to already be sold out on Sephora, but they're $25, and they're an easy-to-use, long-lasting lip stain and lip liner hybrid, smudge-proof, kiss-proof, transfer-proof for up to 12 hours. And 12 hours, I think, is pushing it, but it's up for a long, long time, depending on what you're doing with your mouth, if you're eating, drinking, that kind of thing. From top to bottom, we have baby pink, rosewood, toasty brown, warm brown, soft nude, cinnamon, cherry red, and rich brown. Now, what I noticed about these is not all of the applicators or formulas are created equal. I've noticed, especially with baby pink, this one is super sheer. Rosewood is also sheer, but you'll see these ones with the harder lines, like they have different applicators. I think they're more contoury shades, so they have more stiff/defined applicators, whereas some of the other shades have like this plush velvety applicator. So I think the more contoury shades are for more of a defined edge, and then you can fill in with the softer applicators. So let's apply. This is the last lip product. I only get one shot because I can't take these off, you guys. They are not going anywhere. Here's my makeup remover I've been using. Really difficult to get them off, and this is specifically made to remove makeup with water. These aren't going anywhere. I'm thinking let's do a soft nude for the edge for a contour. And this, I feel like, doesn't pull, well, I guess it does pull a little bit pinker in the swatch. One thing I will say is sometimes these dry out mid-application. So you have to like kind of position the product to the side sometimes. So that's its biggest flaw. When I apply it on the side, as you can see, I get much more defined line, but I prefer it like this, straight on for something more natural. So there's a little bit of user error here, and it can be a little bit harsh, which isn't my favorite. But baby, this does not budge. Okay. And then you can actually get full day lip colors by using the stain on the inside. So look how pretty this baby pink is. It's the one that's swatched so sheer, but it is perfect as just an all over lip stain. How much was these? My phone is frozen. Great timing. $25. I mean, listen, for a stain and doing what it claims, this lasts all day. I feel like it's with my small lips or what, but sometimes the lines can just be a little harsh. Adding in the center shade did help kind of blend it a little bit, but it's gonna stay like this all day. So I actually like the lighter shades for just putting all over the lips. And I'm still kind of working out the darker shades because it can be a bit harsh against my skin tone, but she ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. This is gonna be the underbase for my lips all day, which I think is really cool. I actually wanna take some Toasty Brown. I just feel like it needs, it's just harsh. So I have a love-hate relationship with these, but they last all day, so I'll give them that. But you have to adjust a little bit with the application, but I've seen some people use it and they look really, really good. Now, also I want to mention one of the things when it comes to lip liners is that one of the original purposes for lip liners was creating a barrier for whatever you put on the center of your lips from bleeding outside. So because these are a stain marker, it's not going to be a barrier for lipsticks or lip glosses. So if you have a particularly runny formula, do expect them to still go in the crevices of the lips. So my recommendation, if you know you're going to wear a runnier formula, you probably want to go in with a regular style lip liner. Now, alongside that launch of those lip contour stains, we also got the Faux Filler Jelly Oils. These are $21 each, and these are a softening, ultra hydrating, tinted lip oil packed with peptides and shea butter for extra juicy, ultra shine lips. So it's the same packaging as their original gloss formula, but it's supposed to be like a lip oil consistency. So this one, Juicy Pink Lady, pretty much clear. Juicy Peach, pretty much clear. Juicy Goji. Yeah, you don't need more than one of these. I'm gonna put on Juicy Peach. I like the formula. I like the way this feels, and look at the glow that it gives. It also fills in the lines of the lips. And if you're noticing your lip stain is looking a little harsh, this will kind of dull it down, having a layered product over it. It feels very hydrating, almost bouncy on the lips. Jelly, hence the word jelly. So it actually does have a somewhat unique consistency in a market where nothing is unique anymore. I feel like the same things are being done over and over and over again. And I'd like to point out, none of the lip stain is getting on the applicator. It really does stain the lips, but it does a nice job of bringing the lips to life. It does have that bouncy, juicy, jelly texture on the lips. It's hydrating, very glossy, glowy. My only thing is you don't need more than one. Round two for trying to curl the lashes, perhaps. Still a little sticky, but we're curled now. Doesn't get as hard as I like a mascara to get to really get in there and curl. New launch from One Size. We have the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Sunscreen Makeup Setting Spray. So this is that iconic One Size setting spray formula with SPF 28. So this is $39. Do not replace your SPF with this. You should still have your SPF underneath. But this is nice for a little extra reapplication or just to really lock that in there. I think it's a great addition if you're out in the summer. But remember, it does not replace your SPF. This is going to make my makeup last all day. I don't have too much to say about this because I'm pretty sure this is the exact same formula as the OG, which completely sets the makeup down, makes it last all day, making it a perfect product for the summer. The only thing is, it's like, don't inhale it. It's pretty painful to apply. I don't love it for that reason. Hairspray for the face. It is truly, literally, not just figuratively, hairspray for the face. I didn't use any powder, so make sure this sets in the makeup for the evening. Not much to say about this, guys, honestly, because I'm so familiar with this product. I just wanted to give a shout out that if you are needing to repurchase, it's around the summertime, this is nice because it does have that added SPF 28. However, does not replace regular SPF, but it's just a bonus for my skin conscious friends. So that is actually all the makeup I have to talk about today. I did want to give a shout out to 2 body products that I wanted to talk about today, particularly this one, you guys. This is the new Rephr Vanilla Nectar, and I don't get too deep with fragrance on my channel, but I am so obsessed with this, I had to give it a call out. They already have it out in a mini, so you don't have to buy the big one. It's $38 for this big one that I have. So let me read the notes for you on this. Papaya Nectar Apricot Honeyed Amber. It is in the fruity florals. Now, the reason why I need to mention this, so my wedding fragrance is this vanilla apricot fragrance that's very, very expensive, but this is my most favorite perfume in my collection that I use sparingly. This reminds me so much of this. Now, it is not a dupe by any means, but it's that similar, like, if you like this, you'll like this, and it really reminds me of it. Like, let me do a side-by-side little smell here. So good. This one is definitely sweeter, much heavier on the, like, nectar apricot scent. But this is, like, my special occasion, but this is the everyday version where I can douse my body in it. So, fruity, it has that little bit of vanilla in there. This is amazing. This is, I think, my all-time favorite scent from Rephr ever. I'm looking on their website right now. I don't think there's one that even touches this. And I really love Rephr's fragrances, but I need this in an eau de parfum. Like, I don't want this in a fragrance mist. Do they have it in a? I'm not seeing one. Rephr, I need this in an eau de parfum because this is your best scent yet. All-time favorite from them. And of course, it has that bias that it does smell like my wedding perfume, which is a lot more expensive. Amazing. It's the perfect marriage between gourmand with fruity. In my opinion, in my, like, very unsophisticated opinion, because you'll see what I'm talking about next. So, as you know, Rihanna, she's in the Smurfs movie, so they actually did a very fun collection with the Smurf movie, and I got it in PR. It's not for me. Most of it I'm going to be giving away. However, I saw in the collection, they had the Fenty Skin Butter Drop body cream, and I was really excited because obviously it's the Smurf theme, and the scent was Smurf Berry, and I smelled it. And don't get me wrong, like, it smells good, but it smells very artificial berry, like Bath and Body Works. I would have liked this as a kid. And on the day that I opened it, I was like, my skin is dry. I actually really like this super artificial, fruity scent. I kind of like those scents. So I put this all over my body because I love this formula. Just to find out, warning, blue shimmer is in here. So I was shimmering blue from head to toe, from hands to fingers to toes, using this. So just a warning, that's all I have to say on that. I don't recommend this if you don't want to be covered in blue shimmers. I just thought it was the scent. I thought the fun collaboration was having the butter drop in a fun berry scent for the Smurf movie. No. Literal blue shimmers, found out the hard way. This is good for a child. It's also $25, so anyways, if you want some fun makeup, check out the Fenty and Smurf collaboration. none of which I'll probably be reviewing. I just used this in the moment because I was like, ooh, Smurfberry scented blue glitter. So that's the launch. Don't test this in stores if you don't want to be covered in blue shimmer. All right, you guys, those are 8 of some of the newest products at Sephora. In terms of what I'm recommending right off the bat, you have to smell, if you get a chance to go in store, Vanilla Nectar. I know scent is such a personal thing, so I would never want you to purchase it blindly, but this is your little mental note to yourself. Give this one a smell if you like gourmand sweet fragrances. I think the Huda Beauty lip contour stains are really great. I do think they aren't like the perfect application. I still prefer a regular lip liner. However, for lasting a long time, amazing, but they do dry out on application. So there's some adjustments that have to be made. It's not the perfect solution, but kudos to Huda, did a great job with this. Also, this color range, unlike one I've seen before of this style of product, that's kind of the standout makeup product, because I'm not impressed with the Natasha. Still need to continue testing that. I want to test it with other bases. Not impressed with the Kosas mascara, unfortunately. I just feel like it feels too gummy on my lashes. I do like the lip oils from Huda. This is just kind of an FYI that I gave you. I do really like this new color, Bubble Teeny, from Fenty Beauty. And that about covers it. So those are just some new products. You guys know I love covering the newest makeup at Sephora. So as always, I'll have them linked down below and tagged in YouTube shopping. If you've tried any of these, let me know your thoughts down below. Very curious to know your thoughts on these lip stains. Do you find them difficult to use? Are you enjoying them? At the end of the day, they do outlast any lip product, so I'll give them that. Gonna end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.